Hello and welcome. Today I have so many things to share with you, and most of them, actually I think all of them, are fall related things. This is just going to be a random fall related collective haul from all of the places I've been shopping for the last month or two. If you're new to my channel, then I welcome you. My name is Melissa and I used to be a part-time manager at a Bath & Body Works for about 6 years, and now I'm here on YouTube making Bath & Body Works related content as well as cozy seasonally relevant content. So if any of those topics interest you, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below on that red button. Just as a couple disclaimers before we get started with this haul is, first of all, this is the product of shopping over the span of about 2 months, so this is not me just dropping a bunch of money all in one go. These are all items that I've been collecting over a long span of time, and also I did some traveling, and some of this is the result of some of my traveling shopping, so I was able to kind of go to stores I normally don't get to go to. So I normally wouldn't just buy all of this stuff in one go, but this is just kind of a special occasion shopping and then also just collecting over a long period of time. Second disclaimer is that we are going to move super fast, and I mean really, really fast, because I have so many things to show you that if I were to spend too much time on one thing, we would just be here all day. I think the first category we are going to go over is the snacks and the food. So while we were traveling in southeastern Idaho, we were actually able to go to a Big Lots, which I've never been to before. So at this Big Lots, they had a pumpkin spice section, all things dedicated to treats related to fall. So of course I had a heyday in that section, starting with one of my favorite snacks. These are like the veggie straws, except they're apple straws and they are apple cinnamon, and these are so good. I've had them one other time a long time ago, and normally my town doesn't sell these, so it was a treat to find these again. But these are kind of like snack chips, except they are made with potato, corn, flour, and apple puree, actually, and cinnamon, of course. So super yummy, a little bit more of a conscientious version of chips, but love those. I was also super excited to find these. I normally can't find them in town. My Winco had them for a very short time as kind of like a limited edition situation, but normally I can't find them otherwise. But this is Drizzleicious, and they are like little popped rice cakes, but they have little drizzle of something tasty on it, usually like white chocolate or some kind of flavored frosting situation. So this one here is the s'mores flavor. So it says that they are made with rice, grain, quinoa, chia, and flax. And then this one is the s'mores flavor, so it's got kind of like a chocolate s'mores flavored drizzle over it. And then this one is the pumpkin spice flavor. I have not had this flavor before. Oh, and these are vegan too, by the way, so that's kind of cool. So I get to do some fall baking. They had the limited edition Pillsbury cake mixes with the matching frostings, and so I grabbed the cinnamon bun cake mix as well as the matching cinnamon bun frosting. And then another set, this is the perfectly pumpkin cake mix, and then they had a cream cheese frosting. And then when we traveled back home, actually I had gone to Dollar Tree and I found that they had the matching cookie mix of the same Pillsbury limited edition, so I grabbed the perfectly pumpkin cookie mixes as well. Next category, I think I'll show you the decor next. If you've been watching my videos previously this fall, you'll remember that I went on a little Michael's fall decoration hunting, and so I'll leave the link to that video up above if you haven't seen that. But I had grabbed all of my traditional fall decor at that time, but kind of left behind the Halloween stuff just because I wasn't quite ready for that and I was waiting for it to go on sale. And so it did go on sale, and I grabbed a couple of items. I didn't need many things, but of course when you get there it's hard to resist. Starting off with the kittens in the bathtub, of course. So I got these cute little black cats and they're in this hot pink bathtub, and I just thought that was on brand for me since of course my life is pretty much centered around Bath & Body Works and I love Halloween as well, so I thought that was fitting for me. And then at Michael's they had some of these different paper kinds of decorations. So this first one, I thought this would look cute in my stairwell that leads to the basement. So it's like little paper cutouts of mice or rats, and then the little silhouette of the cat, so I thought that would be fun to put up. And then I know on Pinterest and TikTok or whatever the kids are using these days, this is kind of a popular concept to have the paper cutouts of bats, so I got some of those. And then I got a 3-pack of different Halloween characters. There's a bat, a ghost, and then the jack-o'-lantern, and they're like those honeycomb paper lantern kinds of things, and they remind me of 2000s style Halloween decor, and so I thought that would also be fun. And then at Michael's we saw these cute little potion bottles. I love anything potions or apothecary. It kind of reminds me of like the potions classroom at Harry Potter, so I got these 3. There is a black one that's got a jack-o'-lantern on it, and it says it's all a bunch of hocus pocus on it. Here is a white one with a bat on it. It says magic bat wings, extra creepy. And then this one's my favorite, the orange one that has the little ghosties and it says Happy Halloween Trick or Treat on it. I think this has been my favorite pickup from Michaels, both when I got my traditional fall ones, but also the Halloween ones, just these kind of fabric-y garlands. The garlands are just driving me crazy this year, so let me give you a closer look. I think the felt ones are just the cutest. So this one has little pumpkins on them and they've got little pom-poms in white, orange, and black. And then I got these cute little felt ghosts with the pom-poms that are gray, white, and black. As you can tell around me, I've got a lot of wood paneling, and so I think that the felt ones just look really good with like the more cabiny rustic vibe that's kind of going on down here. This one's a little more glitzy glam, so this is like a black ribbon garland and it's got little glittery spider webs with different colored spiders on it. So we've got like a green one, there is this neon purple, and of course the sparkly orange. Last pickup from Michaels is actually I got a couple little crafts to do for fun little autumn evening date night kinds of things. So I got one set for me and Jose to do, and then I got another craft kit for actually me and my childhood friend to do. So I met her when I was 6 years old and she was a couple years older than I was, and so we had been best friends all growing up, and we actually were just catching up more recently, and we grew up both loving Harry Potter, and we used to go to the playground and pretend to be the Harry Potter characters, and so that was really a big part of our childhood and our relationship. So we thought it'd be super fun to rewatch the first Harry Potter movie and have kind of some fall snacks, do like little Pillsbury jack-o'-lantern cookies, and do some crafts. So I actually found these bead kits at Michael's that are Halloween themed, so we can make little Halloween friendship bracelets together. So each bead kit is a little bit different. This one's got kind of more dark Halloween colors. They're shiny. It's got the letters there. And then down here it's got little candy beads. And then on this one, they've got like little Halloween pendants and stuff. So I don't know if we can make either necklaces or bracelets or something, but there's that one. And then this one's a little more pastel. It's got like some light blues and some lighter purple in there. White beads with colors. And then this is like little candy corns and stars. I just thought that would be fun for us because not only did we do lots of Harry Potter growing up, but we also used to make little friendship bracelets and play with beads like that. I feel like that was like a 90s kid thing to do, was play with those chunky beads. And then these two kits I got for me and Jose. This one is kind of like a small scale version of painting your own stained glass. And you know, I'm not very good at art, so it's okay if these are kind of primitive or intended for more little kids. I need all the help and guidance I can get when it comes to art. I'm not artistic at all. Jose's very artistic, but I'm not. So I think these are simplified down to even a level that I can handle. So we've got kind of a circular one with the 3 stacked jack-o'-lanterns on there. And then we've got this one, it's got some spooky trees and a cat sitting on a tombstone. And I think what we were planning on doing is going through all of the old cartoons that we love and watching the Halloween episode from each cartoon that we grew up watching. He was a Cartoon Network kid and I was a Disney Channel kid, so with our powers combined, we can kind of compile all of the Halloween episodes from our favorite kids shows and just kind of watch them all down while we paint those. And then still on the topic of decor, I have some Dollar Tree goodies that I actually just picked up yesterday. So I got 2 packs of these sparkly bats. I got purple and orange, and they have these little clip-ons on the back. So I was thinking that this would look good in my floral arrangements for a Halloween thing. We already have some, but I felt like I needed some more pop, vibrant colors in it. So I have like black roses and then a little bit of the glittery stuff like this, but this will help kind of tie it all together. Also for outside decor, I got 3 of these big hanging ghosts. So these are kind of big. When they're all unfolded, they look like that there. So we have 2 really large trees in our front yard. Some of the branches actually hang over the sidewalk, and so it's really fun for the trick-or-treaters to have these kind of swooping from the branches right above them, and so we like to do that for the trick-or-treaters to decorate. So yeah, I got 3 of those. And then Dollar Tree had some fuzzy socks again this year, and so I really liked these ones. I tend to go more for like the classic pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns, but they also had bats and I think cats and stuff like that too. And then Dollar Tree had some really cute stickers as well, so I got these little Halloween ones, which is really good for my journal. I use stickers in my journal a lot, but me and my childhood friend also pen pal with each other, even though we live in the same town. We like to keep snail mail alive, and so we actually pen pal, and so I thought that'd be cute for our pen paling as well. So I have 2 more decor items, but we're actually switching categories now to the thrifting category. So these are some decorations for Halloween that I got from Goodwill. I really like Goodwill because first of all, the obvious is you get to kind of give something a second life, which is really nice. But also when it comes to the Halloween decor, I feel like you can really see the era eras in the style of decoration. Like the little faces of monsters just look different from the 90s to the 2000s to now. Like I feel like they just don't make decorations like they used to. There's still obviously really cute ones, but there's just like a different style, and when you see it, you can tell, and it just throws me back to childhood. Also, when it comes to decorations, if you go to Michael's and stuff, they're so much more expensive than if you can find something at Goodwill. So of course Goodwill is definitely more the budget-friendly option. So this is what I found at Goodwill. This is gonna go on my front door. I can only show it to you one letter at a time. It says Boo. Here's a close-up look at the capital B, and look, this is what I meant by like their faces just look different. Like that is so 90s, 2000s to me. Like their little faces looking like that. So cute. So we've got Boo. There's what the O's look like. It has just a little bit of shimmer on there, but not enough that it's gonna cling to your hands everywhere. I love it so much. It reminds me of Casper the Friendly Ghost. So I got my Boo sign. Also nice because it kind of folds up, so that'll make storing it a little bit easier. And then look at this picture frame I found. I love this so much. So it's Winnie the Pooh and Piglet all dressed up in their Halloween costumes. And it says Halloween 1998. I just love it. So what I'm gonna try and do is see if I can find a picture of me and my sister. I would have been like 3 or 4 years old, and she's like 5 years older than me. So I wonder if I can find a picture from 1998 of us on Halloween. If I can, you know where it's going. Okay, now we're on to non-decor thrifted finds. So I did find some Bath & Body Works goodies. One of the ones I'm gonna show you I found in my own town quite some time ago, and I just haven't had a chance to show you yet. And then the one that I'm gonna show you now is what I found while I was traveling, and it was the only thrifted find I found. Thrifted find I found. I remember this collection. So this is pumpkin gingerbread, and actually this was really close to when I started working there. Look at the lid. It says made with love. It's got kind of this ribbed kind of texture on the lid. So I was just barely starting to get back into Bath & Body Works at this time. So it was one of those things where I didn't do a big haul and get a whole tray of candles. I'd just maybe buy 1 or 2 and kind of wait for them to go on sale. And I was like, you know, this is really good. And that's kind of how it all spiraled into what it is now, my Bath & Body Works obsession. But I remember getting one for myself, and I remember getting one as a gift, and it was Mary Cookie, and it was of this packaging. So I'm so happy to be able to get one of these again. Unfortunately, this one is burned, and it's kind of dirty too. It does smell really good though. I actually sense a very strong note of honey in it, and I just love it. It's spicy and nutmeggy, and like I said, it smells a lot like honey. So it says, a Christmas classic gets a touch of fresh creamy pumpkin added to a scrumptious mixture of just baked gingerbread and golden vanilla. White Barn 2014. There's the bottom there for you to see. Yeah, so when I saw that on the shelf, I was very excited. And then this is the one that I found in my town quite some time ago and was just waiting to show you. This is the one that I think I'm the most excited about, my very favorite thrift find of all time. Also, this is officially the oldest Bath & Body Works product that I own, and this is a Bath & Body Works Heartland era country apple mason jar candle. There's a close-up of the packaging with that lid there. You can see that Sunburst logo on the jar, and then here it's got the little jar measurements, and it opens up just like a jar. It's unburnt, it's fresh, never used, and it still smells exactly like country apple. It's the 90s wrapped up in a jar. There's a close-up of the bottom there too. So special. The year on this is 1999. I'm so proud of finding this candle. Okay, and while we're on the topic of Bath & Body Works, now I'm gonna show you a couple of the new Bath & Body Works goodies that I grabbed while I was traveling and also when I got back in town. This is from the Fall 2 floor set that they just released not too long ago. This is one of my favorite candles for fall, and it is Pumpkin Snickerdoodle, and it has notes of warm sugar cookies, ground cinnamon, fresh nutmeg, and sprinkled with sugar. It smells like sugar cookies, but with that little autumnal kick in it. It smells so good. And from what I remember from the ones I've burned in the past, this has really good throw too. And then I was able to snag 2 of the limited edition candles that they just released. This is the Vault Candle Radiant Red Maple. So this is one of their fall scents from 2015, and I missed out on that one. I do remember when it came out, and I remember seeing it, but I don't think I ever purchased or burned that one. So this was going to be a surprise for me when I smelled it, and now that I have smelled it, I love it. I cannot wait to burn it. So the notes on this one are crisp Macintosh apple, smoky woods, and hint of toasted marshmallow. I can smell every single one of these notes, which makes me very happy. If you were to get the perfect Christmas and caramel apple and mix them together, I feel like it would make Radiant Red Maple. I haven't even opened this yet. I don't know what it smells like. So this is Luminous, the new fragrance that Bath & Body Works released as a single launch for this fall. Apparently, it smells radiant, decadent, and sparkling. It has notes of ruby currant, gilded iris, and praline amber. I tend to like things that have praline in it, so I don't know. Let's smell it. I do like the packaging. That color of maroon on there is really pretty. Ooh, smells fancy. Ooh, fancy. I'm not very knowledgeable on my perfumes, but I have definitely smelled something like this that my mom used to have like in the 2000s. I know she wore a lot of Avon perfumes, so yeah, that's a really interesting fragrance. All I'm gonna tell you is that I do enjoy it and that it smells fancy and like something from Avon maybe. If you want a full-length review, you'll have to let me know down in the comments below, and if enough people want that, then I'll make one, but otherwise, that's kind of my first little sneak preview of an impression on that. So this is actually featured in my What Scents I'm Wearing This October video, so if you've watched that, you've already seen it. If not, then now you're seeing it. This is an Onyx Bathhouse Sugar Scrub, and it is Cinnamon, Clove, and Vanilla Spooky Spice Chai. There's the top there. It says, "Too cute for boo," and it's got, of course, a little ghost on it. And I just love the color of this. It's like glow-in-the-dark green, and it's got kind of this fluorescent pale pinky purple on the bottom. So it looks like it would glow in the dark, which is super fun and super Halloween-y. 2 more body scrubs, and these ones are by Tree Hut. This is a repackage of a fragrance they've had before for summer. This is Tropical Mango, and I never had the original Tropical Mango before. I was eager to add this to my collection because I don't really have any mango scents, so this is appreciated. This one is a part of their fall lineup, and this one actually I would have gotten it when I did my other Tree Hut fall scrub haul, but they didn't actually release it with the other ones. This was slightly an afterthought. This is Cinnamon Dulce, and I am excited about this one. It smells really good. To me, I mainly am getting caramel notes. You know that I complain that Bath & Body Works doesn't make enough caramel scents, so this one is also appreciated for that reason. I love this brand so much. This is Raw Sugar Kids and very nostalgic of the L'Oreal Kids fish shampoos, so that is one of the reasons I love this, but this also holds up on its own, nostalgia or not, because this is actually a really good product. And this was the only fragrance I didn't have in my collection. It was like an online only, or my location didn't have it at Target, so I was able to get it through the Target website. This fragrance is Raspberry Oat Milk, and it's got that cute little monster packaging that I love. Smelling it just from the bottle, it smells a little bit similar to the Super Berry Cherry, the blue one that they have, but it's a little bit creamier and sweeter, while that one is definitely more of a fruity scent. And even smell-wise, it is reminiscent to that L'Oreal Kids scent. I really like Mrs. Meyer's for the fact that they have seasonal cleaning products, and this is my all-time favorite scent for cleaners and of Mrs. Meyer's in general. This is their apple cider. I got a backup of the spray and the dish soap. And then they had a new scent that I have never tried. This one is called Fall Leaves, so I'm gonna smell that. Interesting. It kind of smells a little bit like the acorn spice, so it has a little bit of that spicy woodsy scent, but it's not as heavy and masculine as that one. It has a little more of a powdery floral going on with it, as well as those woodsy notes. I just like to do my nails at home, and so I got these candy corn Halloween themed nails. Even these are too long for me. I'll probably cut them down by at least a third. So those will be fun for Halloween this year. Final couple items, final category, and that is books. When we were traveling, we were able to go to a Barnes & Noble. I have no idea how I walked out of there with only 2 books. There were at least 20 of them that I saw that I wanted just from looking at the covers. I actually did take a lot of photos as kind of book recommendations for myself, so I'm actually going to be looking to see if my library has any of those. So I do the little free library haul videos sometimes where I go around town and see all of those little book houses and kind of do like a book exchange, but I wanted to do something a little different this fall in addition to that, where I do actually a library vlog, and so stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming up pretty soon here. But in the meantime, I did treat myself to 2 books from Barnes & Noble. The first book I grabbed is Life and Death by Stephenie Meyer. This is actually the first Twilight book reimagined. So the original author of Twilight went back, and for her 10th anniversary, she actually wrote this reimagined version where she gender swaps all of the characters. So instead of Bella and Edward, it is Beau and Edith. So there are a couple minor changes to the plot and kind of some things that she said she wanted to fix, like loopholes and stuff like that, that she wanted to go back and edit. So there are going to be a couple of changes in it. I love Twilight, as corny as it is, so I think I'm going to really enjoy kind of seeing it in this new light. And then the other book I grabbed myself is this Miyazaki film turned book, and it is Kiki's Delivery Service. I loved watching this movie as a kid. It was one of my favorites. We would rent it all the time back in the day of Blockbuster and Movie Gallery and stuff. We would rent this all the time. And actually my library had this book, and so I checked it out from the library and read it all the way through, loved it, and I loved it so much that when I saw this at Barnes & Noble, I thought it was deserving and worthy of a spot on my shelf permanently. So now I got my own copy to reread over and over. Wow, thank you so much if you've made it all the way to the end of this video. I know that was a long one, but thank you so much as always for watching my videos, and I hope you're having a cozy fall so far. Like I said, stay tuned because I have lots more cozy fall content to come, and I will see you in one of my upcoming videos. Bye.